Check, check.
Brad, Joseph Pavone, WEI.com, and CLNS Radio. What did you see differently in how the Wizards defended Isaiah Thomas tonight?
Well, I didn't think it was much about Isaiah, it's just the whole team. They were really into the passing lanes. They were really into the ball. They were really aggressive. Obviously set the tone for how the game was going to be played and, dominated the game. They played great.
Mark Murphy, Boston Herald. Brad, can you talk about your starts? Obviously, you paid for it tonight.
Yeah, it wasn't the start as much as we were 18-12, which wasn't perfect, but it was the 22-0 run that followed that, or maybe that was a small part of that. Hey, I thought that, again, they set the tone. 1 through 12 or 13 or however many people played on both teams, and hats off to them.
Coach Mark D'Amico, Celtics.com. Obviously, some technicals got picked up over the remainder of the game, but the incident during the second quarter, you guys came out of that unscathed, did not pick up any technicals. What can you say about the way that your guys handled that situation and didn't allow it to escalate? And then secondly, what is the protocol for your staff to make sure that no one comes onto the court from the bench and things like that?
Yeah, the assistant coaches do a great job of keeping people back, and it is what it is. Officials can determine what they want to determine in those situations, and you wait for the call and you move on.
Sherrod Blakely, Comcast Sportsnet. Brad, one of the things that Washington talked about quite a bit was just physicality, being more physical. From your perspective, was it a noticeable difference from what they were bringing to the floor from a physicality standpoint versus games 1 and 2?
Well, I thought they played, really well for most of games 1 and 2. We were really lucky to win. We talked about that. But clearly they were the more physical, better team tonight. They played well.
Last question, I promise.
Mm-hmm. You're good.
Okay. Defensively,
I can say they played well all night.
Defensively, Brad, what are the challenges that they present when they just seem to have different guys after different guys coming at you?
Yeah, they're a good, versatile group of defenders and very athletic and cover a lot of ground. They were very physical. Again, they played a great game. And, I thought on offense, they played with a real purpose. I thought that we probably rushed some shots, especially as we get down. We got to do a better job of focusing and hitting singles. And we were great when we won those 6 straight games doing that. And so, we know that we've got to do that better, but give Washington credit for, taking us out of that and, putting us into a mindset where we're trying to rush it all back at once. We got to play better.
Brad, Steve Belpat, Boston Herald. Did you get any sense early or at any point that Isaiah was kind of mortal tonight? And what was the deal with the halftime?
From what I heard at halftime, he had to get something done with the teeth. But he came right back out and was good to go. I don't know exactly what was done. You'll have, maybe Isaiah will be available and people can ask them.
But just did any sense early on that it was just a bit off for him tonight? He didn't get a shot until almost 4 minutes in.
Yeah, I think that that's not due to necessarily him. I thought they were really locked into him. I thought that our whole team could have played better. I thought I could have coached better. Like, we all could have been better. So, and Washington won the game, and they played great, and we need to play better on Sunday.
Brad, David Aldridge, NBA.com.
they posted Isaiah with Porter a lot early.
did.
Are those looks really that you can still live with?
You know, I thought Porter really got going. I thought Porter played a great game. He's had some really good games against us this year. And, you know, I thought he hit a huge shot in game 2 that took the lead, the three-pointer. He's a really good player. And so, you know, there are going to be times where Isaiah is going to guard bigger guys. Historically, Isaiah is a hard guy to post. And, you know, everybody that's ever played knows they hate to post up the little guy. It looks good in theory, but then it's hard a guy to post up sometimes. But to their credit, again, I thought they played really well, and they did post up effectively today. And it wasn't just against Isaiah. I thought they were good in and around the basket against all of our guys.
Darren Snyder, Washington Times. I was wondering, with the emotions that were flying early on and then late, is that something that you think will have to be addressed? And do you think that it's something that was handled well tonight?
It's a good question. They played well. Thanks.